Leo Truck Neo Cars.
Of a hovercraft. Hooray! You've got a new block. Let's install it right now. Tap the block to install it. Thanks to it, a hovercraft can travel on land, water, and other surfaces. These are the fuel tanks. Install them. The fuel tanks contain gasoline or other fuel. Now we need to install fans. The fans supply air to the rubber skirt of a hovercraft. Let's install a hull. All parts of a hovercraft are attached to the hull and the cargo is placed inside it. Now let's install variable pitch propellers. The propellers rotate and make a hovercraft move. Now let's install rudders. They are used to change the direction of a hovercraft. Let's install sustainer engines. Sustainer engines drive the variable pitch propellers. These are the generators of a hovercraft. Let's install them. The generators provide power for the equipment and systems of a hovercraft. And now let's install fan engines. The engines rotate the blades of fans that supply air to the rubber skirt of a hovercraft, making it rise above the surface. Now let's install a cabin. The cabin includes a wheelhouse and the compartments for passengers and crew. Now let's install lighting equipment. The lighting equipment of a hovercraft consists of a searchlight, position lights, and a flashing beacon. Now let's install the radars of a hovercraft. The radars are used to detect marine and land targets and to determine their range. They help navigate in the dark or when the visibility is poor. Ready. You're doing really great. Keep up the good work. Install a hull. The hull is a main part of the destroyer that keeps it on the surface of the water. Now drag a propulsion system to its place. It sets a destroyer in motion. Now it's time to install generators. The generators provide power for the equipment and weapon systems of a destroyer. These are the fuel tanks. Install them. The fuel tanks contain gasoline or other fuel. And now let's install a deck. It is a horizontal slab that separates the internal part of the ship from its external part. And now we need to install a funnel. It is needed to expel smoke and gases from the engine compartment. Let's install a helipad. It is needed so that a helicopter could take off and land on board of a destroyer. Now it's time to install a superstructure with a bridge and a mast. The destroyer is controlled from the bridge. This is a radar. Come, let's install it. It helps to detect aerial, marine, and land targets. And now let's install an anchor. The anchor is needed to keep the destroyer in place. Now let's install searchlights. The searchlights illuminate the way of a destroyer in the dark. Let's install a flagpole with a flag. A flagpole is a stand for a flag. The flag indicates which country the vessel belongs to. It's time to install the artillery of a destroyer. This is the main weapon of a destroyer that's used to hit marine and land targets. Now we need to install anti-aircraft artillery. This is the weapon of a destroyer that's used to defend or hit aerial targets. Let's install depth charge mortars. They are needed to hit underwater and surface targets. You're doing really great. Hull of a lifeboat. The hull is the main part of a lifeboat that keeps it on the surface of the water. Now let's install a motor. The motor makes a lifeboat move. Let's install a frame. The frame carries special equipment. Now it's time to install a searchlight. The searchlight illuminates the way and helps look for lost people on the water at night. It's a flasher, but its correct name is emergency lighting. Let's install it. Emergency lighting attracts attention and shows that a lifeboat is approaching. These are the seats. Let's install them. The seats are where the driver and passengers of a lifeboat sit. And now let's install oars. The oars can be used to steer the lifeboat if the motor doesn't work. Let's install a life buoy. The life buoy is needed to rescue people in the water. These are the life jackets. Add them to the lifeboat. The life jackets help people stay afloat. You're doing really great.